You need to watch this if you love military history. The M4 Sherman was a game changer for the Allies in WWII. The M4 Sherman wasn't just any tank. It was the backbone of the Allies' medium armored forces. Over 49,000 Shermans were produced, making it one of the most widely used tanks during WWII. Its versatility was unmatched. The Sherman could be adapted for various roles, from infantry support to mine clearing, but what made it stand out? Reliability and ease of maintenance, as the Sherman could be repaired on the battlefield with basic tools, unlike its German counterparts. And let's not forget its speed. The Sherman could outmaneuver many of its enemies, giving it a tactical edge. Deployed in every major theater of the war, the M4 Sherman was a symbol of American industrial strength and innovation. It wasn't the heaviest armor on the field, but its adaptability and sheer numbers made it a dominant force. Want some details? Development. The M4 Sherman was developed by the American military in the late 1930s and early 1940s. Its design was intended to be a versatile, mass-producible tank that could serve various roles in combat. The M4's design was based on the earlier M3 Lee, but it featured improved armor, a better gun and a more powerful engine. It was named after General William Tecumseh Sherman, a Union general during the American Civil War. Manufacturer. Several companies produced the M4, including Bendix Corporation, Detroit Arsenal, and Ford, among others. Now specifications crew, typically a crew of 5, consisting of a commander, gunner, loader, driver, and assistant driver. Weight around 30-35 tons, depending on the variant. Dimensions: length 20 feet, 6.1 m, with gun forward width 8 feet 4 inches, 2.5 m, height 8 feet 4 inches, 2.5 m. Armor varies from 0.5 to 4 inches, 12.7 mm to 102 mm of steel armor, with thicker armor at the front and turret. Engine, powered by a Ford GAA V8 engine or Continental R975 radial engine, producing around 375 to 500 horsepower, giving it a top speed of around 24-30 miles per hour, 39-48 kilometers per h, depending on the variant. Range around 100-120 miles, 160-190 kilometers on roads, less off-road. What about weapons? Well, armament: the M4. Sherman was equipped with various guns throughout its service life. Primary gun. The main weapon was the 75 mm M3 gun, capable of engaging infantry, anti-tank positions, and lighter armored vehicles. It was relatively effective against German tanks like the Panzer IV. Secondary armament. Coaxial .30 caliber Browning M1919, a 4 machine gun, mounted next to the main gun. .50 caliber M2, Browning anti-aircraft machine gun, mounted on top of the turret. .30 caliber M1919, a 4 machine gun for the bow gunner, sometimes replaced by a .50 caliber. Variants, later models, especially the M4A3 E8 or EZ8, were equipped with the more powerful 76 mm M1 gun, offering better armor penetration capabilities for engaging heavier German tanks like the Panther and Tiger variants. The Sherman came in many different variants throughout its service, including M4A1, M4A2, M4A3, M4A4. These represented different engine types: radial, gasoline and diesel, hull shapes and other minor design differences. M4A3E8, EZ8. One of the most famous variants, it featured a 76 mm gun, improved suspension, the vertical volute spring suspension or VVSS, and a better overall ride. Sherman Firefly, a British variant of the Sherman equipped with the 17-pounder gun, one of the most effective anti-tank weapons of the war. Flail tanks, modified Shermans designed to clear minefields using rotating drum flails. Flamethrower Sherman, equipped with a flamethrower instead of the standard main gun used for close support. Recovery and bridge-laying variants, special modifications for engineering purposes. Command tank, some Shermans were outfitted as command tanks with additional radios and other modifications. 1. Combat Performance Theater of Operations. The Sherman was used extensively across all major theaters during WWII, including Europe, North Africa, the Pacific, and Italy. D-Day. The M4 was central to the Normandy invasion, D-Day, June 6, 1944, where it landed alongside infantry and was a key part of the Allied push into Europe. Effectiveness. The M4 was effective against most Axis forces, though it faced challenges against more heavily armored German tanks such as the Tiger I, Tiger II, and Panther. Its relatively low-velocity 75 mm gun was less capable of penetrating these tanks' thick armor, leading to the development of the more powerful 76 mm version. However, the M4's mechanical reliability, ease of production, and adaptability made it a valuable asset. Tactics: Shermans typically fought in coordinated units, supporting infantry and artillery, and benefited from combined arms tactics, armor, artillery, and air support. 2. Production: mass production. Over 49,000 M4 Shermans were produced during the war, making it the most produced American tank of WWII and one of the most mass-produced tanks in history. This was made possible by the use of standardized parts and an efficient production process. Ease of maintenance. The M4 was known for its reliability and ease of repair in the field. Its modular design allowed parts to be quickly replaced or repaired, an essential quality in the grueling conditions of WWII. 3. Legacy post-war use. After the war, Shermans were used by numerous countries in various conflicts, including the Korean War, where they were still in service with US and other Allied forces. They were also sold to many nations post-war, continuing to serve in several conflicts throughout the Cold War. Cultural impact. The M4 Sherman remains one of the most iconic tanks of WWII, featured in many films, documentaries, and video games, often symbolizing American industrial and military power during the war. 4. Strengths and weaknesses. Strengths: mass production allowed the Allies to have a large number of tanks available, overwhelming the Axis in terms of numbers. Good reliability and ease of maintenance in the field. Versatile with a variety of roles, infantry support, anti-tank engineering, etc. Adaptability to various environments, including desert, jungle, and European terrain. Weaknesses: relatively thin armor compared to German tanks, making it vulnerable to more heavily armed opponents like the Panther and Tiger. The 75 mm gun, while effective against most infantry and lighter vehicles, struggled to deal with heavily armored German tanks. The turret was cramped, especially for the loader and commander, which affected the efficiency of tank crews under combat conditions. Conclusion. The M4 Sherman was a workhorse of WWII, serving as the backbone of American armored forces and playing a critical role in the defeat of the Axis powers. While not as technically advanced as some of its German counterparts, its versatility, numbers, and adaptability ensured its place as one of the most significant tanks of the war.